The only existing game of Andrew Tate. I've looked so long and so hard for a game of Andrew Tate, and I've finally found one. So Tate's playing an unknown person who I don't know their name or anything about, but I'll leave a link to the original footage of this video. This game's really interesting. It's really interesting to see what Andrew Tate does and how he plays. I don't want to spoil it, but at one point Andrew Tate does go down material, and the way he rebounces from it is absolutely amazing, and I hope you enjoy. Tate opens up with D4, so he's a D4 type of person. His dad, I've made a lot of videos on Tate. I'll leave them in the description or the cards. His dad was an E4 person, what's a bit more of an aggressive way to start the game. But anyway, Tate goes with D4 here. His opponent goes D5. Tate goes C4, the Queen's Gambit. I'm sure some of you have seen the Netflix series, The Queen's Gambit. Well, this is the opening, The Queen's Gambit. And his opponent actually plays a bit of a weird move. He actually plays DC6, Queen's Gambit accepted. The most popular way to actually combat this move is actually just to simply go E6 and defend it, or go C6, what's called the Slav. Opponent plays DC4. Normally when black does this, the games can get very sharp, very dynamic, and very attacking. So anyway, Tate here goes E3. Just keeps it simple. You can also go E4 here and take the center. But Tate here goes E3, and now his opponent goes C6. Tate takes his pawn now, and now Tate's got nice development now. 2 pawns, and he's got his bishop out already. His opponent goes B5. Now, already B5 has never been played before. This is not that good. You kind of damage the structure, and Tate simply just slides his bishop back. Now, Tate's got nice pawns, nice bishop. Now his opponent goes A5, and this is not really a good move because it's a complete waste of tempi. His opponent's really just trying to chase down his bishop, but the problem is Tate doesn't have to play a move like A3 here, because his bishop can simply slide back, so his opponent's trying to trap the bishop, but it doesn't really work. Tate just ignores all this and goes knight F3. And now his opponent plays a pretty bad move. He goes F6. In chess, normally you don't want to move your F pawn. If you're white, it's F3. And if you're black, it's F6, because it leaves lots of weaknesses. Now, these squares are weak now. Look at this bishop. It's an absolute monster now. Really slices down this side of the board. And F6 is not really a move you want to play because it really exposes the king. And now Tate shows his class and really takes advantage of this and shows his understanding of the game. He goes knight H4 in this position. Now his opponent makes a blunder and goes G5, and you might be thinking, what's the idea behind this move, knight H4? Tate's been developing his pieces nicely, and now he just plays knight H4, puts his knight on the rim of the board. So the idea of this is, say if it's Tate's opponent just went like knight D7, then Tate could actually go queen H5 in this position. And after this, Tate could actually play this. He could sacrifice his knight, and if this is taken, he would actually get a checkmate here. So Tate's really showing like his tactical understanding here. Anyway, his opponent goes G5. Tate now goes queen H5. King D7 is played, so now this king has lost casting right. Tate definitely has a better position now. Tate simply slides his knight back, knight F3, keeping it cool and calm. He's got a positional advantage, so he just moves his pieces back. His opponent now goes queen E8, looking to exchange queens. Normally, when you've got a material deficit or a positional disadvantage, you want to try and exchange pieces. So this is what his opponent does. His king's in the center of the board. It definitely makes sense, but Tate declines the queen trade, sticks to his attacking nature, and goes queen G4. E6 is played, and now castles is played. Knight E7 is played. His opponent brings his knight into the game. After knight E7, Andrew Tate actually misses a good move. He actually misses to take this pawn, and say after this, he could have gobbled up this pawn as well. So Tate actually misses a free pawn here, but doesn't matter. He goes knight C3 anyway. King D8 is played. His opponent just shuffling his king back and forth now. Now Tate goes E4, controlling the center, showing his understanding of the importance of controlling the center. Now his opponent goes H5, queen G3 is played, and now H4 is played. So his opponent really harassing his queen. And now Tate goes queen D6 check, so he checks the king. Bishop D7 is played. Now in this position, Tate unfortunately makes a bad blunder. He goes bishop E3. I think his idea was, say after a move like this, to go here. And say this is taken, try set up some really nasty checkmate like this. So we had a good idea, but unfortunately it doesn't work, because after bishop E3, his opponent can actually go knight G6, and well played, but well seen by his opponent, because now his queen's trapped. There's no squares for his queen to go to. And in the original video, Tate says something like, oh, I'm a dummy, I've just blundered my queen. But Tate anyway says, you know what, you're still not going to beat me. So there's nothing really Tate to do here, so he sacrifices his queen anyway. And the rest of the game really gets spicy from this point. His opponent takes the queen happily, and now Tate goes rook d8. I like this move. This king is in the center, so if Tate can try blow up these pawns, try blow up the center here, he could really make something of this, especially with this rook on this open file. His opponent goes a queen e7 now. I don't really understand this move, to be honest. But now d5 is played, and now Tate is blowing up the center. He's being very resilient here. He's down 6 pieces of material, and he's going about this the right way, actually. When you're down material in a losing position, you want to try is create as much chaos as possible. That's what Tate does. Now e5 is played, and now Tate goes dc6. And the problem is, this bishop can't move because the rook is pinning it, and you can't be in check. So this bishop is pinned. This is what you call a pin, because it can't move because it would be in check. And now Tate's opponent goes queen b4. Now Tate takes this, and after king e8, you can try pause the video and find the way the top G finished his opponent off. When Tate finds it instantly, he goes bishop f7, and he goes to shake his opponent's hand. Now I was really happy to actually see a game of Andrew Tate, see how good he is. He's definitely a strong player and showed a great understanding of the game. And I made lots of videos on Emery, Tate, and all of that, so I thought it would be cool to show some games of his son. So if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like up and subscribe, as it would be much appreciated, and have a good rest of your day.